Hey guys, how's it going? Adam Snyder here with the Homemade Entrepreneur, and I want to talk to you guys about Amazon FBA and the step-by-step guide to pretty much getting started and getting some sales. That's the hardest thing. Is not only putting up the money to buy the inventory. A lot of times, the biggest struggle everyone has is just getting started. How do they sign up? Where do they get inventory? How do they list it on Amazon? And when do they send it in? Those are simple questions that I can answer right now. And if you want more information on how you can get started, and you want an in-depth guide, you want coaching, everything like that, look in the description below. You can see everything that I'm offering in a coaching program. Also, you can click in the link to head over to my website, and that will talk more about my Amazon FBA coaching program as well. And you can just go to gumroad.com/homemade-entrepreneur, and you'll see my Homemade Entrepreneur exclusive coaching program there as well. So let's get started. Step-by-step guide of what you need to do, kind of how you do it. First thing you do, you need to sign up. It's not that hard. Go to Amazon, or go to FBA.Amazon, or I think it's Amazon. Yeah, I think it's FBA.Amazon.com, and it will take you there. Or just type in Amazon FBA in Google, take you right there. Sign up. Pro versus personal. What's the difference, and which one do I recommend? If you sell less than 40 items in a month, I recommend a personal account. The reason for this is Amazon charges, I think, like $1.09 or $1 for every sale if you do not have a pro account. The pro account costs $40. So, reason why I say you need to sell more than 40 items. If Amazon charges $1 for every personal item every item you sell under a personal account, so you got 40 items times $1 equals $40. Pro account costs $40. So if you sell 41 items, you are actually paying $1 over a pro account to sell using a personal account. So if you plan on sending in more than 40 items, you plan on selling more than 40 items, go for the pro account. And then also the pro account lets you, it gives you access to different features, and you can get approved for different categories that are actually gated. So that's that. Once you have an account, next thing you need to decide, do you want the Amazon seller app, which is free and works perfectly fine, or do you want to use Profit Bandit or Scoutify or FBA Scan, or there's many others out there. Which one do you want? Profit Bandit is $10 a month. I like Profit Bandit. It works very well. Some people would rather have the Amazon seller app. Both of them work great. It's really up to you. I'd recommend starting with the Amazon seller app just so you can get out there and start scanning stuff. But at some point I would recommend you go for a paid app, because they are a little bit better. Next thing, do you want to go for the free listing, or Seller Central is free, and it comes with your account. So I recommend using that. But as far as listing, I recommend using Inventory Lab. It's just a lot faster. Lets you use a handheld barcode scanner, something like that right there. Works great. I like using those. Not everybody has one. They're not that expensive, so if you plan on making this an actual business, I recommend going with Inventory Lab, getting yourself a handheld scanner, or a handheld barcode scanner. So once you decide on which one you want to go with, and you don't have to decide right now, you can decide after the next step, but I recommend starting in the beginning, deciding, do you want to go with Inventory Lab, which is $50 a month. The first month is free. It's just a trial. But I recommend trying it out and seeing if you like it. I guarantee you're going to like it. I love it. I don't know anybody that's ever tried it that has never, or hasn't stuck with it, because it is that good. It's great for accounting, great for all your tax purposes at the end of the year. It's great for knowing how much you paid for an item, where you bought it at, when it sells. It keeps all that information for you. After that, scanning, go into stores. When you scan items, you obviously have to go to a store, or go to a thrift store, or find stuff in your house. So, retail arbitrage, that's RA. OA, online arbitrage. Thrift is thrifting. I love going to thrift stores because you can find some cheap stuff, and you can buy a lot of it. Especially if you are on a budget. makes more sense to go to a thrift store and spend less money buying more inventory than spending more money and buying less items. So I like to mix them all in. My favorite site to go to online is Walmart.com, Target.com, and Sears.com. Favorite place to go for retail arbitrage are Walmart, Target, JCPenney's, Sears, Home Depot, Lowe's, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and Ross. Those are my favorite place to go. Toys R Us, I like it, but it's kind of hit and miss sometimes. So those are my favorite stores to go to. Thrift stores, Goodwill, Salvation Army, those are the ones I like the best. Savers and Value Village are also very good. Once you go to stores and you start scanning stuff, which is pretty much, it's very simple. You go to a store, you scan stuff with your smartphone. So I will pull up my smartphone, I will scan something for you. So I'm going to pull up the Amazon Seller app so you can see exactly how it's going to work. So I clicked on the scan button. So there it is. See it? I'm holding up some Dymo labels. So I'm gonna click on some of the labels. So you can kind of see my light in the background is kind of throwing it off. But you can see if I wanted to sell these, they're 6,328 in office box. I'd make $7 off these. Which isn't too bad because I actually bought these for like $6. Okay, so that is that app. Now I'm going to go into Profit Bandit. So I'm almost there, it's loading. Okay, so I'm going to click the scan button. Let's see, where is that? There you go. So this is Profit Bandit. It's going to pull it up. Let's say that's it, I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't it. But there we go. So it pulls up the rank, pulls up all that stuff. You got your profit down there. It will even break it down for you. Or let's say you want to go to camel. And if you're not familiar with camel, you will be at some point. It shows you a graph of how the price has been trending, which is very important, especially if it's, you know, say it's a seasonal item or it's something for outdoors and it's winter time. It might not sell very well, but if you don't know the price trends, how do you know? So that's that. Listing. You can sell through Seller Central or Inventory Lab. The nice thing about both Profit Bandit and the Amazon Seller app is there's a button right there that says Sell It. That's on Profit Bandit. There's a button right here on Amazon down here on the bottom that says List. So you can list it straight from your phone if you're going to do Seller Central, or on Inventory Lab you go and you log in to your Inventory Lab account, which is a actual website. You log in, you scan stuff in, and it will pulls it in, all your information, you put it in, whatever, and then you click a send button and it sends all your data over to Seller Central. So whether you use Seller Central or Inventory Lab, the end result, it brings you back to Seller Central after Inventory Lab is done. Come to Seller Central and you go to Manage Inventory. From Manage Inventory, if you're using Seller Central, you'll go to Manage Inventory, you'll click on all your items that you plan on sending in. You'll click Convert to Fulfillment or Fulfilled by Amazon, and you'll continue that way. If you're using Inventory Lab, you'll go to Seller Central, you'll go down to Sent Shipments or Manage FBA Shipments down at the very bottom under your Inventory tab. You'll click that. It will show all the boxes or all the whatever they're called, all your shipments. It'll show all those, and yeah, you'll click on the one you want to work on. You'll figure out what items are in there in that shipment, put them all together, stick them in a box, and you will weigh it. You will figure out the dimensions of the box, and you will print out your shipping label. That simple. last thing, well, almost pretty much the last thing, is you ship the box. After you have it all in the box and you have a label on it, you better ship the box. Don't let it sit there at your house or your office. It's not doing you any good. You're not going to make any money if items are sitting outside of the Amazon's warehouse. Last thing, which is very important, monitor your inventory. The reason I say this, I get many clients that they're so excited, they're selling stuff, and oh yeah, I'm making money, we're doing good, oh, we're seeing all this money come in, we're getting a couple big checks here and there, great, but they don't buy any more inventory, they don't manage their accounts. They just see that it's starting to sell, and then they wonder, how come I'm not getting any more sales? Why I only got one sale this week? What's up? Well, when I go and look at their account and they have no items at Amazon, or they have one book that is priced 5 times higher than the lowest seller, it's hard to get more sales that way. So manage your inventory, manage your prices, manage the stock that you have on hand, figure out if it's a replenishable item, figure out where you can get that item, go back, get some more, send them in. You cannot keep making money with Amazon if you don't keep sending items back in. That's what people call, that's what people say when they're referring to feed the beast. You are feeding more items into Amazon. Keep feeding it, because it's going to keep chewing it up and spitting you back out big old checks. That's what it does. So if you have any questions on kind of step-by-step process of getting started, let me know. You can comment below, you can send me an email, or what I recommend, and it's something new, I'm just starting, so the April 2016 is my last month doing my coaching program the way I've been doing. I'm changing it all up, which it's going to be better, but at the same time it's better. It's offering more content, stuff I haven't really talked about before. There are, I think, 34 videos in the training program. There are, I think, 11 guides, a lot of information. It's probably more information than most people would need to get started, but it's a great deal right now. It's selling for $67, and it's a one-time fee, $67. You can go to gumroad.com/homemade-entrepreneur. You'll see it there. There'll be a link in the description below as well, as far as information on that program. It covers everything. So it takes you step by step getting started. It will take you from what stores I like to go to, how I buy items, my pricing strategy, my sourcing strategy, items that I use in my office, where I go online, how I get into wholesale, how you can get into liquidation pallets, bundles. Bundles are a big thing. Replenishable items, groceries, talks about clothing and shoes. There's so much stuff. So go check it out over on Gumroad, gumroad.com/homemade-entrepreneur, or click the link below and you can see a lot of information about it. But if you want to scale your business, if you want to build it to the next level, or if you just want to get started, this is the guide for you. It's a all-inclusive coaching training program, bunch of videos. So go check it out. Let me know what you think. But if you have any questions on just this, you can comment below, send me an email, or head over to Gumroad. And if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, click that button right there, become to date, and I'll see you guys on